The subtext here, of course, is this ruby below, which says open market handsets. What we've done, along with our partners, many of whom are here in the audience, and along with the CDG, is enabled what we call open market handsets. This particular initiative allows an OEM to create a single SKU, a single ID, that can be utilized across multiple operators simply by changing the SIM or the RUM card. We believe that that has unlocked a lot of potential in terms of innovation, in terms of the upgrade market as well. And we're in fact seeing this innovation being leveraged not just in India, but in neighboring markets like Indonesia and many countries in Africa. This initiative, which was spearheaded and championed with some of our key partners, including Samsung, is leading to about 4 million sales in 2010, and there are over 25 plus handset designs that support open market. Today, all the CDMA operators support this, and we believe this is a strong initiative that has led to the growth of CDMA and EVDO. So what I'm trying to show on the slide is that 3G handsets, in this case the EVDO flavor, have led to a new experience. Consumers like it, consumers are willing to pay for it, and of course we're seeing the right kind of opportunity being created for the device OEMs as well. Now I'm going to shift gears a bit, move from the yellow to the red, and talk about the other flavor of 3G, from EVDO Rev to WCDMA and HSPA. The second, rather than what's shown here, the third track, which shows WCDMA, HSPA, and then of course going on to HSPA Plus, is the track that many of our ex-GSM operators are now going to go on. As Jeff mentioned, Qualcomm as a company is heavily involved in standardizing these technologies, helping operators come up to speed with a lot of these latest developments, and also helping OEMs build products along both these paths. This is a snapshot that shows the result of the recently concluded 3G auctions. As you can see, there are multiple operators that have picked up licenses and spectrum in multiple circles. So the one in the red shows the 3G circles that Bharti won, the one in the green Vodafone, the one in the brown Estel, orange Idea, yellow Tata, blue Reliance, and dark green Aircel. I haven't shown BSNL and MTNL, which already have 2.1 gigahertz spectrum. What's interesting to note here is that we have seen a wide pan-industry support for 3G. It wasn't that just one operator thought it was worth spending money on 3G. Multiple operators, in fact, all the major operators of India have decided to participate in these auctions. By the end of this year, we expect 9 HSPA carriers. I've already shown 7, and then you add BSNL, MTNL, comes up to 9. 9 HSPA networks, and of course the existing 4 EVDO networks, fully operational by fourth quarter 2010. So as a base to launch devices on, this is as strong a support as one can expect. There's been some talk in the industry about the fact that perhaps 3G is going to be a niche phenomenon. I thought I'd address it by this slide. I have 3 different data points. The one on the top left is something that Jeff just alluded to minutes earlier, and that is that we're now in a situation where we are in a very mature global 3G ecosystem. 655 operators, 1 billion subscribers, a few thousand handset designs. This is not the world that existed years ago when Europe went through their auctions. It's a very mature global 3G ecosystem. And as we'll see later on, affordability on the device side has also happened. But that's not the only reason. We also think that 3G will be mass market and widespread because of the fact that the penetration of wireline broadband in India is anemic. Our current penetration is less than 1% in terms of population, among the lowest in many of the large countries that you will see. With broadband penetration at these levels, wireless broadband will be where people will access the internet and access data. So we believe the potential for 3G as a way of accessing the internet and data services is going to be a critical piece of the puzzle going forward. Another way to look at this is what I've shown on the right. About $15 billion have been spent on 3G spectrum alone. The fact that the operators have spent this kind of money indicates that they do see the potential to be large. So it is a validation of the fact that 3G in India is going to be mass market and is going to be widespread. Coming to the point on affordability, Kanwalinda in his opening remarks pointed out that we've successively been breaking barriers. I've shown three different kinds of devices. The one on the left are 3G smartphones. Denoted here is the HTC Smart. The second category, 3G data dongles. This is being a Virgin Mobile data dongle, shown in the middle. And 3G feature phones, this one being a Nokia phone, shown on the right. Now, many of these devices, barely a year ago, would be at least 1.5 times the retail price that's shown here. All these devices, in the course of the last year, have broken through barriers rapidly. Smartphones at under $200 were unthinkable a year ago. Data dongles under $50 and 3G feature phones under $100. So we're not just seeing operators bet on 3G, we're seeing leading device OEMs recognize that this is the future, and they're building devices, seeding the market ahead of many of these 3G network launches. The affordability, we believe, will continue. In the middle above the red Virgin Mobile dongle is a chart that I stole from Jeff's slides. And that chart essentially shows the transition between 2G and 3G. The orange bars are sales of 2G handsets, and the blue bars are the sale of 3G handsets.